It's good to have you on the call with us, and it's time to get going. So that's great. For the people who don't know me, I'm Nola McDermott, and it's certainly my pleasure to be the one to welcome you to this product talk this evening. And we're going to be talking about some minerals, which is a good subject. It's an important subject, but let me introduce some of you probably don't know much about Neolife. And I want to just mention to you, Neolife is a company that is based in nature and backed by science. So everything that is provided for us is backed by science. What they train us on is all backed by science, and all our products are based in nature. And that is great because your body will recognize food, food-based products, and it can then utilize it, whereas synthetic is poison to the body. So we want to supplement with things that the body actually can utilize and not harm the body. All our products are created by scientists and doctors. And as we said, we've whole food cellular nutrition. That is such a claim, and it's such a wonderful thing to be part of. All the ingredients in our products are fully traceable from the seed where they're grown right through to the product that is produced. So they're in control of all that, clinically studied ingredients and products. And we actually have a license, a pharmaceutical license to manufacture, even though we don't need one. But that is just ensures, it gives us the guarantee of the security and the safety of our products. So I'm a very, very excited believer in the products. And basically what we're going to do tonight is talk about two products. We're going to talk about the multi-mineral, which is a general mineral product we have, and then our chelated zinc we're going to talk about. And the reason why minerals are so very, very important is that minerals make up 4 to 5% of the human body weight and are absolutely critical for normal body function. They're very important building blocks for our bones, our teeth, our soft tissue, our muscles, blood, and even the nerve cells. Minerals are crucial for muscle responses and nervous system communication. And minerals are responsible for digestion and metabolism and production of hormones and antibodies. So, who needs minerals? Everybody needs minerals. And I'm going to just share my screen now. Let me just get this going. There we are. And basically, what I want to just say is that our minerals, what minerals are so important to our overall health. And let's have a look at why do we need to supplement. This is it's an interesting topic because a lot of people say we don't need to supplement if we eat well. And, we're the first to agree. If you eat well and we can get the right foods, absolutely. But let's have a look at a few reasons why we really need to supplement. Flour refining drastically reduces amounts of minerals, but it does keep the flour fresher for longer. For example, 84% of magnesium mineral is lost in refining, and 75% of our zinc is lost in refining. Polishing rice loses 60% of its mineral content. We know sugar refining removes all of the minerals that are in the sugar. Cereal boxes often carry statements such as enriched by 50% of the daily intake of calcium, as an example. But they're fortified, our cereal and things are fortified with the things that they removed in the first place. And we must be all crazy to buy into that, really. A big problem is soil depletion. And that is due to modern farming methods, chemical fertilizers as well. Then there's the human element, and that is our food choices, our eating choices, our fast foods that we seem to revel in, and convenience foods. You know, it's a lot of the problem is our fault. So, let's have a look at the multi-mineral, which I'm going to be talking about. That is what it looks like. It's a broad spectrum multi-mineral. It provides macro, micro, and trace minerals all in one product, which is very, very useful. And let's have a look and just chat about this, because I think it's important that we actually understand the beauty about this. It's plus alfalfa broad spectrum mineral supplement. So the macro minerals are things like calcium, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, sodium. They're often the often names that we hear a lot of. The micro minerals are zinc and iron and copper, manganese, and iodine. Those ones, they're no less important because they're micro. It's just the quantities. And then we have trace minerals, which are in minute amounts, and they're three that we're quite familiar with. Because they are great detoxifying minerals, which are selenium, chromium, and molybdenum. And these products are also found in our Formula 4 Plus and our Beta Guard, the selenium, chromium, and molybdenum. And they are detoxifiers. So let's have a look into this. A unique blend of minerals. And where do they come from? As I mentioned earlier, the alfalfa plant, which is the finest naturally occurring deep-rooted alfalfa plants, rich in minerals and vitamins. And those plants with that deep root system get the minerals grown in beautiful soil, get all the minerals out. That plant metabolizes the minerals. We eat the plant, or the animal eats the plant, and we eat the animal, and we get these lovely minerals. It's all been metabolized, and they're well digested. But the big thing is the soil. And that's what we're fighting against, just on a daily basis, getting minerals from food. Then in this multi-mineral product, we have Irish moss, and that's an excellent naturally occurring source of iodine. We have Atlantic kelp, and we know that kelp has wonderful minerals that are very, very easily assimilated. We have watercress, rich in potassium and contains virtually every common mineral. Parsley, rich in minerals and especially calcium and potassium. Chlorophyll is a major supplier of magnesium, and it gives our tablet the green color. Mineral deficiencies are more common than vitamin deficiencies. The mineral content of food is dependent upon the minerals available in the soil. Chemical fertilizing will affect this very badly. Minerals are called the spark plugs for vitamins. They get the vitamins moving. Their function, the minerals' function are interrelated with those of vitamins. So we need vitamins and minerals together. And that's why we'll mention the multivitamin and mineral products that we have, because they really are the basis to supplementing. Let's have a look at how these vitamin and mineral minerals help each other. And a few examples is phosphorus. A mineral phosphorus must be present for vitamin B complex to be absorbed. Calcium could not be absorbed without vitamin D from the sun. Vitamin C enhances absorption of iron. So people who are iron deficient should really, really increase their vitamin C uptake quite substantially. Let me just try and get this one muted. There we are. And so vitamin C and iron are absolutely essential to have together. And I think a lot of people are iron deficient, not because they might not be getting enough iron, which is probably a problem, but they're not maintaining the C, because C is water soluble. You've got to have C and iron together for the iron to be really utilized. And so, there's just a few ideas there. And mineral deficiencies are very widespread, and the effects are absolutely devastating, because with a long-term deficiency, you get osteoporosis, anemia, high blood pressure, a weakened immune system, and irregular heartbeat. That is a muscle function, to just mention a few. So to have a product that is packed with bioavailable, that's available to our cells for absorption, minerals, is a real gift. At the start of the talk, I mentioned that the minerals were building blocks for bones, teeth, soft tissue, muscles, muscle responses, nervous system. And minerals also regulate the body's balance of water. They regulate the acid alkaline situation in the body, and they're very, very important. So let's have a look at the next slide. Okay. No, you're not going to look at the next slide. There we are. These are our multivitamin and minerals. As I said, I'll just show you. And for people who are unfamiliar with this is the Formula 4 Plus. It contains the threonine grain concentrates, and a threonine helps the absorption into the cell. These Formula 4 Plus contains a really beautiful balance of vitamins and minerals, all based in our very exclusive threonine. So this is in a sachet with more threonine in. This is the Formula 4. You take 1 or 2, preferably 2 tablets a day. It's the same concept. And then these are these wonderful building blocks for our growing children. Chewable Vita Squares, who also has beautiful vitamins and lovely minerals in them. So, this is the basis. And then you've got the multi-mineral alfalfa to add on and plug more dietary gaps. So let's get going on to the next the next minerals, and I'm going to talk about the mineral called chelated zinc tonight. Next week, I'm going to talk about the CalMag, the chelated CalMag, and the chelated magnesium. But for tonight, we're going to be talking about the zinc, and it's the chelation. I just want to explain the chelation process. The chelated minerals will yield up to 6 times and more the absorption rate of a non-chelated mineral. And that's because when minerals are isolated, they haven't been metabolized through plants, etc., and your body doesn't recognize them. And so they're not very, very well absorbed. But what Dr. Arthur First, one of our scientists, he developed the double amino acid chelate. So if you look at this blue, this is like we're talking about zinc. So this is zinc, a molecule of zinc, and it is bound together with amino acid chelate. And your body just loves amino acids. So your body will absorb it because it immediately takes in the amino acid, and hidden in the amino acid is the zinc, which will be released once it's absorbed. So it's, as you can see, the chelated minerals are more than 6 times better absorbed than the non-chelated. And Neolife scientists were the first to do this chelation process, and they are still unique in this double amino acid chelation process. So let's have a look at the zinc this tonight. Why would we need the Neolife zinc? Well, for a start, it has the highest purity and potency, and it's a pharmaceutical grade zinc. So that sets the tone of our product. It's chelation with the 2 amino acid molecules, as I mentioned. Tests show that this improves the absorption of the mineral greatly. In normal instances, only about 10% of the zinc would be absorbed if it wasn't chelated. So it makes a big difference, and you're getting your money's worth. And I think that's important. So evidence suggests that zinc deficiency is becoming increasingly common. Once again, it's the milling of our grains. Flour milling, for instance, 78 to 90% of zinc is lost in the milling. And the soil depletion, the pill, and vegetarians all battling with zinc deficiencies. So why would we need zinc? And why do zinc deficiencies lead to health problems? Sometimes these deficiencies are so overlooked, whereas we just get a good balance of what our body needs, so much gets repaired and fixed. So let's have a look. Zinc is needed for over 100 enzyme activities that are involved in most body functions. So zinc is important there. Zinc functions as an antioxidant. You've got your vitamins A and C and your carotenoids that are antioxidants, but zinc in the mineral world is an antioxidant. So that is a protector. That's an anti-ager. It's responsible for the activation of minerals, especially the vitamin B minerals. Zinc contributes to the normal DNA synthesis and the acid and alkaline balance. It's very important for that. Zinc helps with the metabolism of vitamin A, the metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Just keeping your metabolism working at its very, very best. Let's take a look at what this really means for us. The key benefits of zinc is that it is a mineral with enormous healing power, and it supports the immune function. It helps fight infection. It helps cellular repair. It helps wound healing and tissue repair. So in 2023, a study found that the disruption of zinc stability may lead to cancer development. Zinc helps with infections, with colds, viruses, slow healing, ulcers, burns, acne, skin problems. But I would suggest add vitamin C to that healing power, because C and zinc together are like boxing gloves to viruses and bacteria and any healing that needs to be happening in your body. And zinc is very important for cognitive function of the brain. And it's been shown to improve memory and attention span in children. Okay. It's also important for fertility and reproduction. And zinc supports the normal growth Sorry, this person won't stay muted. What a pain. The zinc supports normal growth and development in children, immune function, and cellular repair. Um, Something that has been very successful for me is to crush zinc onto a wound that won't heal. And once that wound is cleaned with our disinfectant called Care, and you can crush the zinc into the aloe gel that we have and put the gel on this wound with zinc, and it's absorbed beautifully, and it works really, really well. Um, Zinc also supports vision, and it supports the prostate function. And many men, when they reach the sort of middle age, they start having prostate problems. So zinc is essential for men so they maintain a healthy prostate. And add your omega-3 to that, Ken, and add your cruciferous vegetables. Or you can, speak to your um, uh, supplier, person who got you onto this call, and ask them for this cruciferous tablet. So zinc, omega-3, and cruciferous are absolutely magical for a healthy prostate. Okay, so also a really interesting thing with zinc is that it is involved with taste and the nerves that transmit the taste message. So often people, not so often, but occasionally, people will say, I'm losing my taste. That means they're losing minerals and they need their zinc very, very seriously. Okay. And let's just have a look. Uh, Basically, if we have a look at uh, the zinc, it's just an amazing product. And minerals are magic. You've got to look at magical minerals. And quite honestly, they make a very, very big difference in people's staying well, losing weight, feeling great, and basically just getting maintaining their health and getting well. So that is all I'm going to say to you about minerals. And what I want to also mention, that Neolife is committed to making the world a healthier and a happier place. And so I would say, let us be intentional about what we eat. Let us be intentional about supplementing as best we can to plug our dietary gaps, because by plugging dietary gaps gives your body the fuel to repair and to maintain health or to regain health. So we were looking at maintaining health and regaining health. And let's join to their commitment and just stay healthy. There's no need to be ill. Our body can heal if it has the right ingredients.